Welcome back to the Open here at Muirfield. At the Open Live we're here for the next 4 days and talking to you, getting inside the ropes feel to this event here. We have a major champion with us in the studio. Martin, great to see you. How are you feeling?
Good. I'm ready to go. I'm here since Saturday already. So
you've been here quite a long time then.
It's been a long week.
Yeah. How many practice rounds have you had?
I play Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Okay.
I always do that with majors now because it's a little bit more quiet on the Saturday and Sunday. Not a lot of people around. You can really do your thing. You can prepare properly. Because usually Tuesday, Wednesdays get really busy.
It's so busy out on the course, isn't it? I mean, if you're going to go out and practice today, would you expect to be out there for sort of 6 hours if you're going to play 18 holes?
I've done that in the past and I learned.
Not to do it again.
No, I don't want to do it again. I do my thing. I come out here Tuesdays and Wednesdays, do 3 or 4 hours, just practice, just hit balls, chipping, putting, but I'm not going to play. So I really take it easy.
What are the most important things that you've learned about playing major championships? We've heard from Luke Donald this week about he's trying different things, and this week he's come with a few buddies. They're going to play a bit of social golf. He's trying to keep it light and stuff like that. What have you learned about what works for you?
I think in general, I mean, if we don't talk about on the golf course right now before the preparation, that you never feel rushed. Mm-hmm. If you feel like you need to get this done, you need to get that done, and you're running out of time. Because sometimes as a player, you got to do those things, what we do now. You got to do 2 interviews, you got to go to the media room, then you want to do certain other things. You feel rushed, and I don't want to do this. So that's why I come here earlier to get everything done. And Tuesday, Wednesdays, I can squeeze in one or two other things that I would like to do without being in a hurry. And then obviously on the golf course, what I learned about the majors is it's all about patience, waiting. Because there's never going to be a major, really, that you win with 20 under par. You're not chasing the birdies. You really stay in there and wait for your chances and wait for that one day where you play a fairly low round. But the other 3 days, you just hang in there and wait for your birdie chances. So it's very interesting. You can always, you can reflect on the last few majors that I've played.
Yeah. We've got to ask you, what do you make of this golf course?
Very straightforward. You can see, I mean, from the tee, it's very straightforward. You see the bunkers, you see the trouble, you see the entire hole. It's only the 6th hole is a dogleg to the left. This is kind of like a semi-blind tee shot. But the other 17 holes is everything in front of you. Mm-hmm. What I was very surprised about, there's a lot of sand in the bunkers.
We noticed that actually when Justin Rose was practicing. We commented.
Very nasty,
Wow. Yes.
Very nasty
really
from the guys.
Tricky.
So once the ball goes in, it doesn't go in the middle. It always stays like a foot or 2 foot away, or 2 feet away from the edges. So it's very tough to get the ball even out.
Right.
Wow.
Okay.
I think they want to do it like a water hazard, that you at least lose 1 shot.
Yes.
So it's very tough
My
this week.
goodness, that's incredible.
So a bit of adaptation in that respect.
Yeah, but it's good. That's the way it's supposed to be. The majors should be the toughest weeks of the year, and it's not about a putting competition. It's about ball striking, playing smart, and playing with a lot of patience, and that's what I enjoy.
We had Fanny Sunesson in here early on, who I know you worked with earlier in your career, and she was talking about devising a plan. So over the first few days, she's going around looking at a course, the players going around looking at the course, and you come together at some stage, or do you make the plan for you? And if so, what is the plan this week? Can you share that with us?
what my game plan is?
Yeah, what is your game plan this week?
What's the strategy this week, if you like?
Pretty much, I told you everything already. Right. It is really trying to avoid the trouble. It's trying to avoid the bunkers, because it will cost you at least 1 shot. Even if you have a longer shot into the green, but keep it on the fairway. And but it's in general, the Open is all about the wind.
Exactly, yes. And if the wind kicks up,
it's a very dry, fast golf course right now, and it's going to stay like this. But if it's into the wind, it's very tough to play. Even crosswinds, it's very tough. And a lot of people think it's only tougher when it's into the wind. But even downwind, it's sometimes very difficult to control the flight. Because somebody gets knocked down from the wind, so then you end up 15, 20 yards behind the hole. So everything is very difficult. There's nothing easy about playing the Open.
How many times do you think you'll get the driver out over the next 4 days?
Again, the good thing is I played on Saturday, completely different wind. It came from the west. From the east. In the last 2 days that I played, Sunday and Monday came from the completely different direction. Mm-hmm. And holes, the first hole I hit, the first day I hit a 3-iron and a pitching wedge. Then the next day, driver and 5-iron.
Wow.
So anything can happen.
What a
So I
difference.
can't really tell you I hit 8 drivers, and
Yeah.
then you tell me on Thursday you said you hit 8 drivers.
You told
So,
me something different.
It can really change from day to day.
Okay.
We are going to get a switch of window, aren't we, this week? Apparently, it's going round to the
Would be nice. It
starting
makes it
westerly, then
interesting.
coming round northeasterly throughout the week. But I don't think
Would
it's
be
that
nice.
strong. Does that suit someone like you, or would you rather have a bit more wind?
I like it when it's as tough as possible.
Really? That's
Yeah.
exactly what Dustin Johnson said. He said the tougher it gets, the better it will be for him.
Yeah, because usually 50% of the field they think, oh, I don't want to be here. Well, what is that? It's just I don't want to play under those tough conditions. They almost, I don't want to say they give up, but they struggle mentally a lot.
Yeah.
But if you know it's going to be difficult, and you know it's a bogey, sometimes it's a good score, it's okay, then it's a completely different mental approach. So I really enjoy it when it's very tough.
Yeah. A couple of stats actually here, Martin. You've done
Okay.
pretty well in previous Opens. In 2010 at St Andrews, can you remember what position you finished in?
Yeah, I can remember because I had a bad finish. I finished with 3 bogeys, I think, and I finished still in the top 10.
Very good. It was tied 7th, yes. And in 2011, it's
Yeah.
another good result. You thought it was
Yeah, where Darren
possibly a bit
Clark
higher
won,
than that.
I thought, yeah, we talked about that earlier. And
I'm teeing you up for the answer.
no, you helped me.
Yeah.
No, I think, yeah, I finished top 15 somewhere there.
It tied
But
12.
it
yeah.
felt a lot worse
Really?
for some reason. Yeah.
It's not bad, is
but,
it, Dom?
But that's a good thing, you don't play your best and you finish still okay.
Yeah.
So that's a good sign usually.
Now, listen, Amanda Balionis is with us, of course, as well.
Yes.
Amanda, I think you've got some stats on Martin, have
We're
you?
done putting Martin on the spot, right?
Sorry,
We'll just bring
yes.
up your whole Open
Bring everything.
Championship
Please
record
do.
Fine.
and your finishes. So let's take a look at some of the finishes, maybe? Yes.
There we
Okay,
go.
so last year, obviously not the ideal result, but 2011, 2010, pretty solid, 12th, 7th, and then 2009, 2008, I mean, you're right. You made it into the weekend, which a lot of guys, in these challenging conditions, making it into the weekend is sometimes a pretty fantastic
Absolutely.
feat. But let me ask you, when you look at your record, it can't matter that much since it's different courses every time, right? It's hard to say. It's easy to say, I do well on a certain course and I perform well every year there, on the PGA Tour, on the European Tour. But to come to a different course that you've never played, do you kind of just throw your records out the window?
No, I think in the end of the day, it's still, you have a look at the stats and know, the kind of golf course is the same.
Right.
The kind of golf you have to play is very similar. So it's nice actually for me to see the stats. I never looked at it really, where I finished the last 5 years.
Right.
But it looks like that I'm becoming better every year. And last year was a little bit of it was a tough one. But I enjoy it more. And this is, I think, the key, that you enjoy the toughness, because it's so difficult to control certain bounces and certain shots, and you have to accept it.
Right.
And that is really enjoyable. You have to play the game. You
Yeah.
can't control it, and that is what golf should be about, to play. Enjoy it and play the game.
It seems like players are absolutely loving Muirfield. We've heard it from a ton of players. We just heard Rory McIlroy in his press conference say it is fantastic to come back to a true links course. For you personally, seeing the course, where does this rank in one of your favorite Open Championship courses? Pre-tournament play.
Yeah, I've played only 5 so far, but I must agree. It is a good golf course because it's straightforward. You see all the trouble. It's very much in front of you, and that is what links golf should be.
Right.
So I can say, yeah, it's one of my. I like Royal Birkdale a lot.
Yeah.
But let's say that's my second pick here.
I have a feeling if you're coming out with a W this week, though, this will go up.
That might, yeah, that might go up there. Yeah.
Yes, oddly enough, it's Ernie Ellis's favourite course.
Yeah,
isn't it?
exactly.
Martin, one of the big questions with you, I guess, is a lot of people wonder what, so you win a major championship and everything is going fantastic, and then you decide that you need to change your game a little bit, and you decide that the fade that you always used to work with is not quite there, and you need to hit a draw. Am I right?
Yep.
And so you change things around. Is that now in the bag? Is that now in the locker? You've got that now, and is that why we're seeing the results starting to improve for you?
Win right to left, no problem. No, in general, you have to become better as a player. It's not like that you become number 1 in the world, you win a major, it's over. You have to develop. I mean, I was 25 years old, being number 1 in the world, just won the major. There should be more. And I can't live with it knowing that I cannot hit one certain shot or that I struggle with. Not when you're 25. When I'm 40, I don't care.
But even if that's working, and even if that's got you a major championship and it's winning you multiple tournaments, and it's got you to world number one.
Yeah, why tinker with it? Why?
Yeah, you play solid golf, you bring it onto the fairway, you get the job done. But every time I left Augusta, it's frustrating.
Right.
Why? How can an athlete?
Yeah,
but how can an athlete live with that, knowing that every year you got to go there and you will struggle? I can't accept that.
No.
You have to be. I want to.
Well, you got 3 other major championships, and you got loads of other tournaments.
Yeah, but
golf champions.
It's just the options. You want to have more options. You know, you want to be a complete player, and I was not a complete player. So that's pretty much the end of the story.
How tough is that, though?
Sorry, I remember you saying, I think it was one of the Inside PGA Tours, something that resonated with me, is you said being number one in the world, I didn't feel like I was the best player in the world. And I thought that was such an honest statement to say, that you felt like, you know, you assumed that just because you've reached the pinnacle that you would be happy with your game. But you were much harder on yourself than really probably I think a lot of people see or can acknowledge.
Yeah, but if you look at yourself, and you think, okay, I'm the number 1 in the world. I'm the best player on the earth who plays that game. Yeah. But you can't hit the draw. How is that possible?
But it is.
Well,
you get the job done, but for me, it's not enough satisfaction.
Right.
Knowing that I can get there without the draw, I mean, how far can I go with a draw?
And Martin, are you satisfied with your game now then, would you say?
Yeah, I'm becoming better.
Yeah.
It's just a puzzle that needs to put together. And once they're puzzled, then I can go. And then you need a little bit of...
how much of the puzzle have you done?
I don't even want to talk about it. Because it will happen. You will see the success coming.
Yes.
Right.
And then the success will give you confidence. And then you can really go and win a lot of tournaments again.
I think that's what most people would be surprised about. And maybe even your fellow professional golfers, is you take a gamble, you risk going backwards and knowing that will have an effect on your confidence before you can see it going. A little bit like Nick Faldo did. He took his game to pieces and then rebuilt it. But actually, as a professional golfer, that's quite a brave decision to make. Or did you feel it was the only decision?
It's brave, but it's trust. It's trust and belief in yourself. I know I will be fine. Other people, they don't know what's going on inside me, but I do. And I know I will be okay. So I'm not stressing. And I don't think it's brave. I think that's the right thing to do.
That's great that you've got that self-belief. And fantastic, and we can't wait to watch you over the next 4 days, and hopefully that W at the end of the week, who knows. We have some questions, I believe, do we, from the floor?
Stuart here, who has a great question.
Thanks, Amanda.
Hi there, Martin. I just want to ask, I mean, it must give you a lot of belief to know that you've hit the most pressurising putt in golf, that clinching putt in Ryder Cup. I just wanted to ask how often you think about that during the week.
Well, to be honest, if I have very difficult shots in front of me on the golf course, where there's a lot of pressure and a lot on the line, then you think, okay, you've done something really special already in your career, something what not everybody can do, and you could handle a situation which was extraordinary.
Actually gives us all goosebumps, I think, even thinking about it.
It was a very nice, it was a big gift that somebody gave to me, that I was able to do that.
Incredible.
So obviously I think about it, not a lot, but once in a while, and because there will never going to be a golf shot in my life that has more pressure, I believe.
Stuart, could you imagine standing over that putt?
Oh, no, absolutely.
How would you cope?
I would flunk it, I know that straight away.
No.
But
no,
yeah, I mean, it just, for those 10 footers, on the 11th and, the second or third day, but you've played the most pressurizing putt in golf, it must just give you absolute belief.
It gives you belief, it gives you trust that you have done a lot of things right in your career and your preparation, and I was ready. I was ready to take the next step and develop.
Anyone else got a question for Martin?
Any more questions? Yeah.
we go.
Thanks, Stuart.
What's your name, sir?
Ian.
Okay.
He has a good shirt on already.
Martin, obviously that putt's going to go down in history. Have you ever thought about what might have happened had you missed that putt?
Oh, no, that's a tough one.
It's a fair question.
Yeah.
Actually, this week, I was walking from the putting green to the driving range, and there were a couple of kids, and they said, and congratulations on the putt from the Ryder Cup. Now imagine I would have missed it. What would they say? Oh, I'm sorry that you missed it, or what?
Maybe
but
just not saying anything.
it would be in their head, like in the room. A lot of people would think, what did he do there? Why did he three putt? But I do think about it, because it was an option. But in the end of the day, yeah, in the end of the day, I made the putt.
Yes,
so
and a round of applause, I think, for Martin
But absolutely.
for making that incredible
Just
putt.
one more quick question. Going into Sunday's round, obviously Europe had a lot of ground to make up. Deep down in your heart, did you really feel that the European team could come through and win that Ryder Cup? Deep down, honestly. That's a no.
After seeing the on Saturday afternoon, I thought very tough.
Yeah.
But then I saw the draw, who is playing against who, and then I thought that's a chance, because we had very, very strong players in front. They were playing very well at that stage, and the opponents, it was a good mix. I thought we really had a chance. That's why I struggled to sleep the night before, because I thought maybe it comes down to you, like what happened to Graham McDowell.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I did. Yeah.
Fantastic. Amanda, have you got any tweets, any Twitter questions?
I think that's for me.
we're
the
going
other
over there.
I really need to mix up the
Was it
names.
Amanda behind us? Was it Amanda?
The American Amanda.
American Amanda, there we go.
Yeah, here we go.
Martin, we talked about I'm shameless on Twitter. So
Okay.
I put out some, if anyone had a Twitter question for you, we got some.
Okay, go on.
Not as hard hitting as that guy though, so we're going to throw you up some softballs now. Mike Pouzin is asking, by the way, if you're watching it, tweet us at the Open Live, and we will ask Martin a question. The question is, how do you see your chances at Muirfield this week, part one? And part two, what's your favorite football team in Germany?
Okay, part one, don't put all of your money on me, just a little bit.
90% of it.
A little bit. Second is, I'm a fan of Cologne for many years,
Köln.
and Köln. But I'm a supporter of Bayern Munich,
Okay.
because I think is probably the best team in the world right now.
Do you have an American football team you're a fan of, or all of us?
Actually,
USA?
last night, you cannot believe it, but we played 5 Europeans, played against 5 Americans. You know, we
Really?
went to Jeff Ogilvy's and Bubba Watson's house. So, and they have a nice little soccer pitch. So, 5 Americans against 5 Europeans.
Can you tell us who it was?
And honestly,
So which is this
They
soccer
didn't
or is
score
this
once.
NFL?
Oh, really?
Soccer.
yeah, soccer. Yeah, but they didn't score once. It was
Listen, play us
amazing.
an American football.
No, but
And-
but it was interesting to see, because obviously it's not really an American sport.
Right.
So we might struggle when we play like real American football
Right.
or baseball or,
Yeah,
or
sure.
it's like we
Yeah.
will struggle to play. But it was very interesting to see the different cultures again in a different sport.
Do you want to name the roster of the losing American
Well,
team? for
Bubba,
us?
he stayed in the goal. He
Okay.
was too afraid to hurt himself.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't move at all? No dives or anything?
No, I think Jeff, he couldn't. He's Australian, so he goes to
He
America
should
or
be-
Europe. So he didn't
He should be
decide.
pretty good at
So he was the kind of a referee. But we had a good time. It was really fun.
That's fantastic.
Awesome. I think we might have a couple of questions. Anybody else from the floor got a question for Martin? Any other questions? Oh, I've got a question for you, Martin. How many Germans are in the field this week? Zwei. Yourself.
Marcel
und
and me. Yeah.
Marcel Seam, very good. And also a general knowledge question, which actually, Dom, was in the media guide. How many golf courses are there in Germany?
Well,
Just a random one I'm throwing in there.
I would have thought something around 1,000.
Not bad.
That's what I would have thought. Because
So-
I think it became a lot more the last 5-6 years.
Golf has definitely grown in the country, hasn't it?
Yeah.
The answer is 720, which does that
Okay,
surprise
so I
you?
have to build 280.
You do. Course design, part of the future possibly.
I would really enjoy that, because
Yeah.
we play so many good golf courses all year. To pick 18 great holes from different golf courses and put them together, it's going to be very tough. But I mean, how much fun would that be?
Amazing.
Yeah, it would be nice.
Give me your favourite last 2 holes then in the world. I won't ask you for all 18, but what about best 17th hole anywhere in the world and best 18th hole?
It's very, Like the real 17 and 18 of a golf course, or can I pick any?
You can pick any hole in the world, and these are your best 18.
Okay,
holes.
I think 17 and 18 should be par 3, par 5.
Right.
Par 3 with a lot of water. So I think I would go with
Sawgrass?
I think I would go with sawgrass.
Would you?
18, 17, and 18. 18 is tough. 18 is tough. It has to be par 5.
It's got to be a par 5. Okay, so that rules out a lot of things.
No, it has to involve water hazard as well to make it dramatic.
Well, Golf National for the members is a par
French
5.
Open?
That's if
It's a
you
par 4
lengthen
for you
if you
guys.
lengthen this
Yeah.
50 yards for us,
10.
that would be great par 5 because a big green is reachable with a 3-wood.
Yeah.
It's fair
Yeah.
to keep it on the green. So that would be. Yeah, look, I would even tweak a few holes.
Yeah. Great challenge.
17 Sawgrass, 18 Le National in France.
Golf National.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Oh, Amanda, you have a question from the floor.
German here. So, what's your question, sir?
Martin, we talked a lot about pressure, so I want to ask you, my dad and me, we traveled about 14 hours from Germany by car, and how you will handle that pressure to win the Claret Jacques the first time and bring it to Germany.
Look, well, first, obviously, it's nice to have some country people around me. And honestly, it really does sometimes make a difference when you travel so much, like we do, and then you can speak German once in a while. It's quite nice. I know that you can speak German.
Ja, ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch. Nicht zu viel.
So
Wir
no,
können Deutsch sprechen.
but I know that those guys have been here the last 2-3 years
Oh,
at
great.
the Open. So it's good support that they're gonna get.
Yeah.
Vielen Dank, Dankeschön.
Bitte.
Yeah, great.
All right, we have some more tweets coming in. So 2 of them, but the first one, what are the keys to a successful round? I know you said staying out of the bunker, staying out of the rough, but probably not going to happen all the time. So for
No.
you, what's the biggest key?
The key is to avoid big numbers. When you hit into the bunker, when you hit into the rough, chip it out, take your medicine, take the 5 on the par 4. You know, you have to, everybody will make bogeys. Double bogeys, triple bogeys, they cost a lot. And it's very difficult to make up some ground here, to make a lot of birdies. So avoid the big numbers. That is the key, I believe.
All right, very nice. Well, I think that'll do it for
Yeah,
us.
absolutely.
Lovely.
Martin, it's
Thanks
been
very much.
brilliant to have you in the studio. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
And the best of luck from everybody here this
Yes.
week.
Thank you.
Awesome.